But anyway, as I was saying, customize, pets, and standard pack. This is where I lose, by the way. Like all of the time. The standard pack just to me, it don't hit the same way. I'm just watching it for the lols. You know what? Thank you for watching, honestly. That's cool. We're gonna be the witty. I was gonna say the witty presidents, but we know that that doesn't exist. So and truckers, like, yeah, but let's be the witty astronauts. To be an astronaut, you kind of have to be smart, right? Instead of like being a president, to be a president, you just kind of have to be popular. All right, so here we go. The foamy truckers would have been awesome. Now that I think about it, but it's fine. We lose, by the way, against the B. I came up with my name because it's Dudes and Dragons. Okay, so let me put into context. Dudes and Dragons says I came up with my name because it's catchy and easy to say and remember. And two, because all my friends in the military always call me each other dude. And my love for games stems from RPGs, mainly Final Fantasy. I played as a kid, so that where dragons fit. So Dudes and Dragons seem to sound and flow good. You know what? Actually, like that makes a lot of sense. Don't worry if I was supposed to go to somebody else. Yeah. So he's a military dude. That I had no idea about. I know that you told me you had a guy, a friend in military, but like I didn't know that you yourself had gone through it. Uh-oh. We're fine, I think. Come on, Cricket. We got it. Yeah, we got it, actually. Yeah, that's actually like super cool. But like I can tell that you're excited about starting streaming soon. And let's go. I think that's dope. I remember like being super excited myself when I started. And I'm still like super nervous whenever I hit go live. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like, oh shit, okay, I have to do this. Let me remind myself how to do it. But it's always fun. It's not like bad panic. It's more like, you're about to do something that you like panic. Like, not exactly the same, but it's like bungee. I was gonna say like it's like bungee jumping, but I know what bungee jumping is like, and it's not like it's not exactly like streaming, but there you go. By the way, we draw. And how and why did you start streaming? Like, why do you want to start? I don't know. I guess that it all started simply because like, there you go. Freeze this just in case. Hold on. Freeze this and freeze this. Roll once. Fuck. I guess it all started because I realized the way that I consume content myself. Like, I spend a lot of time on YouTube and Twitch all in all, right? So watching the people that I like do it and realizing how much fun they were having, I was like, to me, it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and do that transition and, to give it a shot. I was going through a lot of different changes and things when the year started, honestly. The year. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying, right? So it was, it felt like a natural transition, honestly. And also it felt like a way to go ahead and connect with other people. So I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It's something that I like, to do. It's something that I enjoy watching myself. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and be the content creator that I want to be myself, instead of just watching. Because watching is cool, but if you want to go ahead and try something different, interesting strategy, this one. And stop watching just to be part of the story of your own stream. That is also like super cool to do. So like, it was just like, it was a very simple thing. I started buying stuff and I started like realizing how much fun I was gonna have with it, and I was like, you know what, let's fucking go. Let's roll with it and see where it leads us. and thankfully it was actually like super worth it. Yeah, something like this. But to be honest, like interestingly enough, I started streaming on April, like honestly, like on April 2021, and I quit. I remember that I quit on I remember that I quit around June. I could not stand the way that I was creating content. I did not feel comfortable with it. Um, Something like this. Now we're gonna have a buff turtle straight up, and then I'm worried about this, but like let's bank on getting a level 3 soon. But like yeah, this is a story that I told. I think it was Toilet Washer 7. But when he was the only one watching, we've come a long way actually. But like I went ahead and I stopped. I could not stand what I was doing. I could not stand the way that I was behaving online and the way that I portrayed myself. So I had to quit. I had to go for a while, take a break, take a breather, understand why I was doing what I was doing, and it was difficult, but at the end it was worth it to be like, hey, you know what? Like, there you go. Okay. Hold on. There's many things happening, but I'm scared of making a transition. So yeah, you know, I don't think anybody really like watched me back then when I was just starting out. I remember that, and so I was like, nobody's gonna miss me, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go away, step away from it, and just completely stopped doing it, which is, you know, really too bad because I had the equipment and everything. I guess that a part of it was, you know, I've been open about this, and honest about this. I do struggle a bit with mental health myself, so I guess I was struggling back then and I could not channel it. And when you cannot channel it, you cannot bring yourself to actually create. So, because of course you can't create. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff going right now, including like a bunch of bisons that I think are gonna be, look kind of shitty right now because I don't think we're gonna have the space for them. So I'm actually gonna sell them. I'm gonna unfreeze them. And then yeah, this is actually just straight up better. So because of that lack of drive and that lack of passion towards what I was doing and that lack of everything really, I took the break that I took. Then I went on vacation, and that's when I told you guys before. I went. I went. We'll be fine, I think. Kinda. Hold on. I went to the. Let's go. No, we're actually not gonna be fine. We lose, and there you go. It was a nice attempt, but we lose. I went to do bungee jumping, and I took a vacation on by myself for the first time in 2 years, which was, as you can guess, really difficult, but I ended up doing it and enjoying it quite a lot. And then when I came back, I looked at the microphone that was on my fucking. We're gonna be the creamy bones. That was on my room, and I look at the camera and I look at my PC and everything, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and give this a shot with a better mindset and a better idea of who I want to be online, and the way that I want to create my community, and being more picky about the people that I allow in and so on. And it ended up working out for me very, very well recently. But it all takes a while, and you need to think about it way too much. IMO, because again, it's about like the way that you want to build your community. You cannot allow people to behave in weird ways or ways that you do not feel comfortable with, or so on. And you have to keep a lot of things in mind, as well as being like legit, like responsible, right? Because you're responsible for what happens in the broadcast. And you know that hit me, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this properly. And I put a schedule and everything, and this time it ended up working out for me quite well. You seem so comfortable with streaming. You seem like a people's person. I mean, I may seem like it, but in reality, like it's still tough. Um, it ain't as easy as people think that it is, because like for real, it can truly take a toll on you sometimes interesting to stream without feeling ready for it. But like that's why I'm always like, you do take a breather, like stand back, realize what's happening, and if this is something that you truly want to do, then go ahead and do it, but do it like the way that you truly want to do it. And I don't know if I'm a people's person, but I'm trying. Like I'm trying to be, and I'm trying to connect with people in order to make myself a better person as well. Awesome, kinda. Sell this. Buy this. Yeah. Buy this. Buy this. Okay. Now end the turn and hope for the best. Yeah, when you're in a different mindset, it's kind of difficult. Exactly. Like when you're not on the right mindset, this is why like I'm always, and I have it on my rules too. Like remind yourself whenever you're in chat, remind yourself that the streamer is also a person. So just like try not to be an asshole essentially, but like also like understand that sometimes we might be going through it. We might have things happening that we don't want to happen, but they show up in our lives, and they can truly kind of suck. And just keep in mind that, right? Like behave in a proper way, and be respectful of people all the time. And if you can achieve that, then congratulations, you will get chattered. If not, then like I don't think you should be chatting. But like, then again, that's my opinion. Let me freeze this actually and just roll with this. I'm so glad you got through it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met this beautiful soul. Thank you for that. It's also hard, by the way, and I think that you can notice that it's hard for me to take compliment. But like, I truly appreciate that, because I know that you're one of the few people who truly mean it. I met so many people who are like, dude, your streamer is so fucking awesome, right? And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And they're like, by the way, I stream too, so come here by my chat, and then they leave and never show up. And it's like, okay, well, we know that that person wasn't really meaning anything that they said. So that's good to know. Bye bye then. Um, it's always like that, right? And you kind of like understand that. But then there's people who legit mean what they are saying, and it means like a lot, right? And you're like, you know what? Actually, like this person's actually know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not doing anything for the sake of doing it, or for attention, or for anything, and instead, they feel real. And you're one of those people, honestly. Bianca, I mean. I'm sure that Jutes and Dragons also, but just in case, I was referring to. Just in case. And now let me go ahead and read this, because, yeah, that is a hell of a text. Hold on. But yeah, by the way, just be careful with people who happen to behave in an improper way, or perhaps like self-promote, or just try to use you as a trampoline, or free promotion, and then that's it. Even when you're a small streamer, that happens all the time. Like legit, that happens way too often, way more than I would like it to happen. And you might be like, hey, but you only get like a few viewers per stream, why do people self-promote here? And I'm wondering the same thing. And why do people act fake with you? And I'm like, I'm wondering the same thing. Yeah, I have friends tell me I should stream for years now, being all entertaining and shit. But yeah, I have PTSD because of my service and stuff. Of course. I don't think any mental or physical liability that one could say they have is a harm. If anything, I said it gives you an advantage over normal streamers, because you can be one different, which stands out. And two, what we say in the military is embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. It ain't going anywhere, so we might as well love it and use it for good. Yeah, for like, honestly, that is a great phrase. All we know, if you think about it, for like, do buy, you know what? Fuck it, let's do this. That is a great phrase if you think about it, because it applies to like every single person, right? like without being in the military necessarily. You can go ahead and say embrace the shock to anybody who's going through it, or embrace the shock to anybody who is a human person, right? Simply because we all go through things that absolutely suck, that we don't want to go through, and you know, depending on how we handle it, it's like, of course, for people in the military, it's way too different and way harder, I'm sure. But like, depending on how we handle it, that defines us as persons. So just because you went through something difficult, that doesn't mean that you have to stop. Mm, interesting for now. Yeah, why not? That doesn't mean that you have to stop doing something that you want to do, right? Or like, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna stream anymore because I'm sick, or I have any sort of thing that you might think is a liability for real. The reality of the situation is you should do it because more people will relate to you, probably, likely. And if people relate to you, then you've won. Like as a content creator, you've won. We lose. Because like we lose completely. Because being relatable is also very important, and connecting with people through more than just like, hi guys, like, I'm here to be a clown, or I'm here to be sexy, or I'm here to be like, we're gonna be the submissive bosses, by the way. But I mean, to just connect with you in a superficial level, that only can take you so far, right? That ain't gonna take you as far as you think it might. Because like, and this is why I'm always like, do not focus on the way that other people are doing shit. Focus on the way that you are doing shit, and just like remember, like try to remember that this is your right and this is the way that you want to do shit, instead of being like, oh no, so somebody breached affiliate in 2 days, so that means that I suck. No, it means that, by the way, that's not possible anyway. That's why it's an example. Like, no, that means that they did something differently and that perhaps they have a different audience, but that doesn't mean that you as a streamer suck. Or, oh, I'll never be like those gigantic streamers that make millions of dollars, right? Or blah blah blah. Like, you know what? Honestly, maybe you want, but why do you care for being one of those? When you could have a small community and make an impact on people. Regardless, like, even if it's not as big as you might think it should be, like make an impact on people's lives. That feels more lasting, and people can connect with you in a better way because they can legit talk to you instead of being in a 100,000 viewer stream and never be noticed, right? Bingo for my other saying, but my other saying is be kind to everyone because everyone could be having a hard time. Yes, that is also like very true, and it is very um very valuable, right? Like you have to remember that everybody's a person, right? And it sounds so weird, and it's like people are like, why do you say that all the time? And I'm like, because like some people need reminder, and it's like, because I see the way that they be behaving online, and I see the way that they be behaving in chat, and it's like, yeah, like I say it not because perhaps you need a reminder. It's more like because some people need it hard and badly, right? Because like I see the way they do shit online, and the way they feel empowered because they are anons. You only see their titles in chat, right? So they're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be an asshole to this person because I can. And it's like, no, you can't, and you're banned, by the way. But like, just don't be like that. And this is why I love your channel, dude. You're very wise for your age. I saw that. I agree, wise old man. Come on, man. No, I understand. And honestly, I've been told that before. I don't mind, obviously. Because, like, yeah, I can understand the way that you guys are saying. I've always felt mature for my age myself. Um, let's put a rooster in here. That was a story, Grandpa. Uh, Fuck me, dude. I don't know. Hold on. That was a story, Grandpa. Come on, man. Respect your elders, dude. And then Bianca just laughs at me. I don't really know. Perhaps I'm not super good at stories. I have this story of what the hell happened to my dog that I can tell you about in a couple of minutes, actually. But like, other than that, I guess we lose. By the way, I don't know if I'm the most entertaining storyteller. Let me get rid of this shit. If it's sad, I don't want to hear it. No, because it it ended up being okay. So don't worry too much about it. If it's sad, I don't want to hear it. No, it actually like ended up being perfectly fine. Thankfully, right? Because that was super important. Now we can scuff this shit by pulling a dodo here and then and then being hated. Sure. You have nuggets of wisdom and I'm starving. That is so weird. I cry when dogs die in movies, never when humans die. I never cry in movies. I'm a weirdo. I don't know why. It's impossible for me to cry during a movie. The one that got me close to doing so it's called The Meyerowitz Stories, which is a family story, but it's not even like a sad. Well, it is sad, but it ain't super sad. It's more like, hold on. No, bye bye to you. It's more like it's a dramedy, so it ain't like, oh no, so people die and everything is sad. It's more like, sure, why not? Never heard of that movie. It's on Netflix if you wanna catch it. I love it personally. It's one of my favorites. Let me get this shit going. But yeah, I very rarely cry actually. Sure. I didn't cry when I watched The Fault in Our Stars. I don't know. I guess I'm built different when it comes to that. I really have no idea why. But I'm strange like that. I cry only when I'm super into a story. Very few stories have ever done that to me though. Interesting. I don't know. I guess am I? Oh no! I thought it is gonna lyrics. It's okay. Hold on. Let me freeze this now that I think about it. We need to look for levels as soon as possible. Yeah, something like this. Then fuck it, something like this, and then go. Man, I would love to get a level 2 Rooster and level 2 Dodo. Good luck on the B-side, says Toiler. Oh no, I'm scared now. I'm scared of the fucking B-side now. No, this heap is gonna go insane. Now, can we go insane as well? I'm currently watching Surviving R. Kelly. It's so hectic. I've never watched that. Now that I think about it, I've never watched it. But it must be interesting. But also like, I don't know, that feels so weird, so real that it kind of like actually feels weird. Give order level 2. Aw. But that, that's alright. We could keep trying. But yeah, how are you liking it, by the way? Because I'm guessing that you're hooked. It is an interesting story, a hell of a story, but like also super scary. Let's see, real movies that made me tear up a little. Schindler's List and The Notebook. The Notebook as well, but those are good movies. IMO, like those are not bad movies. It's extremely heavy. Yeah, that's what I thought. The R. Kelly documentary must be extremely heavy. And yeah, oh my god. Animes that made me tear up. Planet After Story and Erase. I still need to watch The Notebook as well. And the same for Chandler's List, but I don't know how to pronounce that. But it is a very famous movie, 100%.